Welcome to the Bendito Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Where has Stephanie White's best friend, Carolyn Peck, been? And where has the Indiana Fever, or a more dangerous team without Caitlin Clark, conversation gone? How come once the Indiana Fever suddenly stopped that 5-game win streak, lose 3 of their last 4, how come Carolyn Peck has suddenly stopped showing up on TV? How come that narrative of the Indiana Fever are more dangerous without Caitlin Clark? Why has that suddenly stopped? The Indiana Fever just lost back-to-back games against the Dallas Wings, 19-0 run, against the Washington Mystics, 18-7 to start the fourth quarter. Lost the lead, lost the game. We just lost back-to-back games against teams we had no business losing to, even without Caitlin Clark. And some people might say, well, the silver lining is we have the Connecticut Sun coming up on Sunday. Connecticut Sun game tomorrow. Fair enough. My response, that is a winnable game. Furthermore, that is a team we've already lost to this season without Caitlin Clark. Not only have we already lost to the Connecticut Sun, but we lost to them on our home court. We lost to the Connecticut Sun. So how can we even be so confident after what we've been seeing? How can we be so confident that we are going to take care of business against the Connecticut Sun? Folks, this time last week, I was in San Diego. The Indiana Fever were a 5th seed. Fast forward 1 week later, they are now a 7th seed, a game and a half from being out of the playoffs. Stephanie White has done nothing to calm anybody's concerns surrounding this team. The only thing Stephanie White has done is fail to take accountability for any role that she plays in the Indiana Fever's season this year. Except for the wins, of course. If we win, it's because Stephanie White. If we lose, it's because of the players. Let's talk about Stephanie White real quick. And these are just some things that I woke up with on my mind that I want to speak through real quick because Stephanie White's getting absolutely crushed today, and she deserves it. But should we give Stephanie White some grace? Because she's never really been the coach of a team that people have really cared about like that. Like real fandom like that. Like asking the question after every game, after every play, after every decision. What were you thinking? Why were you thinking it? How did you think that was going to benefit the team? Never really dealt with that. Let's talk about our big three, sans Caitlin Clark, against the Wings' big three, against the Mystics' big three. Pick your three on the Indiana Fever. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard. Pick any of those three. Now let's put that up against the Dallas Wings' big three. Maddie Segrest, Paige Beckers, and Arike Ongumbawale. Oh, but Arike Ongumbawale wasn't even playing when we faced the Dallas Wings. And we lost that game. We somehow allowed that team to go on a 19-0 run, and we lost that game. Interesting. Okay, let's move to the Mystics. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, or Natasha Howard. Okay. Shakira Austin, Kiki Iriafin, Sonia Citrone. Oh, excuse me. Shakira Austin, Brittany Sykes, Sonia Citrone. Wait. They don't have Shakira Austin. She didn't play yesterday. Brittany Sykes, they traded away. Aaliyah Edwards, they traded away. Okay, so the Mystics' big three is, let me get this right. Kiki Iriafin, Sonia Citrone, and Emily Inksler, Stephanie Dolson, Sug Sutton, Alicia Clark, Jade Melp, and we lost that game, folks. When you have superior talent and you lose to inferior talent, it's a coaching issue. When your team underperforms against teams that they should beat. That's a coaching issue. When your team has continuous mental lapses in 3 to 5 period of stretches, and that's a coaching issue. Let's move on. Stephanie White as a head coach, without a Hall of Famer, I can't even say that because we have Natasha Howard playing. Goodness gracious, right? Stephanie White owes all of the money that the Indiana Fever gave to her. She owes that all to Alyssa Thomas. I'm there with it. Every dollar that the Indiana Fever paid Stephanie White needs to go into her account and just put in Alyssa Thomas's bank account so it all just gets direct deposited into AT's account. Stephanie White with no Alyssa Thomas, no Caitlin Clark, and no Tamika Catchings at the tail end of her career, mind you. Stephanie White has been a sub 500 head coach. No Alyssa Thomas, future Hall of Famer. No Caitlin Clark, future Hall of Famer. No Tamika Catchings, Hall of Famer. Without those three ladies carrying Stephanie White's bum self, Stephanie White has been a sub 500 head coach. Not only in the pros, but in college as well. Stephanie White doesn't know how to make inferior talent play to a higher level than they are capable of. Simple as that. Meanwhile, we look at the Phoenix Mercury. Diana Taurasi retired. Brittany Griner no longer on the team. And Alyssa Thomas just comes in and business as usual. Alyssa Thomas comes in to a new team, players she's playing with for the first time. They get Satu Sabali in a trade, and first time playing with Cock Copper, and oh man, it just looks all fine and dandy for Alyssa Thomas. Okay. AT. Stephanie White owes you big time. But Ben, that's not fair. All head coaches need Hall of Fame players, right? All head coaches need Hall of Fame caliber players of at least. That's interesting. It's very interesting. What's the Hall of Fame caliber player on the Golden State Valkyrie right now? And what's Natalie Nakase's record? Oh, 3 games above 500. Interesting. Very interesting. In fact, the Valkyrie have a better win percentage this season than the Fever. The Valkyrie are on a 4-game win streak. The Valkyrie see the Indiana Fever again this year. The Valkyrie have an opportunity to continue to put distance between them and the Fever in the standings. Interesting. Very interesting. But that's what happens when you get players to play with each other. And you don't let trash just fly. You don't allow the same habits to lose you games every single day. You grow a pair, you call a timeout, you go into halftime, you chew your team out. How many times has Natalie Nakase said, as she's walking to the tunnel or right before she walks to the tunnel, oh, I'm going to go chew them out for what I just saw. Oh, I'm going to go have a conversation with them about what I just saw. Oh, we're going to correct that. Trust me. Post-game interviews. So what happened? I talked to them at halftime. I used a few choice words and the team responded. Good for you, Natalie. Good for you. The Wings went on a 19-0 run at home. Coaching. The Mystics go on an 18-7 run to start the fourth. Wait, we just got the lead back and we already lost motivation to close this game out? Interesting. I wonder what was said in the huddle between the end of the third period and the end of the fourth. Interesting. We have Bibby as a DNP against the Washington. It almost makes you want to laugh and cry at the same time. Chloe Bibby as a DNP against the Washington Mystics. And Timpson only played 5 minutes against the Dallas Wings. It makes you really wonder, folks. It makes you really wonder. Speaking of Chloe Bibby, let's listen to hear what Stephanie White had to say about Chloe Bibby and why she didn't play.
Were there thoughts maybe plugging her in to try try and spark the offense a little bit, or what was the decision behind not playing her?
Yeah, there were some thoughts. I think that it matched up defensively more than anything with the way that we were going to try to play them, or in some of our switches and things like that. So that was mostly the reason.
Now, if you guys remember this, you remember when we played the Las Vegas Aces and we saw a lot of Bree Turner? And Dantas was a DMP. And Timpson didn't get many minutes. What did Stephanie White say? Oh, the defensive matchup. Oh, what defense, dude? Seriously. What defense? This team is amateurish at best when it comes to defense. It comes down to Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull playing defense for us. And Timpson. That's what it comes down to defensively. That is our defense right there. Those three ladies being cerebral on the defensive end, being above average defenders. That's the only defense we have on this team. Nobody could make a shot last night. Chloe's on the bench. Nobody could spread the floor last night. Chloe's on the bench. Stephanie White's getting crushed for this. Tell me you play off the other coach's actions instead of forcing the other coaches into what you like. No wonder she's losing, because she's reactionary instead of dictating the game plan. Me and Rudy have talked about this so many times. We are always coming out counterpunching. We always come out on the defense looking how to counterpunch, looking how to slip uppercut, slip hook, instead of coming out and just teeing off on teams and letting the other team react to us. We're just reacting to them. How do we play into the Mystics' hands? Oh, okay, that's how we play into the Mystics' hands. Interesting, very interesting. She's either delusional or lying. Either way, CC needs a better coach. Agreed. Another failed mad scientist attempt. LOL. You're not that good of a coach. Stop trying to do something drastic. Just play the damn best players. Stop listening to Steph. Yeah, or it hurts at this point. It hurts. You can't say that and then have Danterson. Or maybe White knew she would come in and drop 6 to 8 points in 5 minutes. Very funny. Stephanie White hates playing players that are hot. Hates playing players that have a hot hand. Defense isn't even a reason. You folks ready for this? Shakira Austin is out. Kiki Iriafit is their only post presence. Dolson is hanging out at the 3-point line. You're telling me Chloe Bibby can't match up with Stephanie Dolson sitting at the 3-point line? Cut it. What did Joey say from Full House? Cut it out. Cut it out, dude. Of any of the matchups, that's a matchup we can exploit. Chloe Bibby can hang outside the 3-point line with Big Mama Dolson. Meanwhile, she's quicker than Dolson. We could do pick and slips. We could do off balls, get Sophie open, boom, swing to Chloe in the corner. But no, we don't do any of that. We let Big Red collect dust on the bench next to the human shot clock known as Bree Turner, who's wasting a roster spot and wasting money. Again, front office, hard to take them serious sometimes. This is why you don't hire random people from YMCA. Nasty work. Gobbledygook non-answer. Sounds a lot like I'm just making it up each game. Yes, she's dealing with a butchered roster due to injuries, and it sucks. But even when Cece was healthy, White was keeping her on a tight leash and yanking her for turnover. Did she not watch Iowa film? Unbelievable, but yet perfectly believable. It's crazy. We are literally at this point. They were playing trash defense anyway. Stephanie White. These teams have players out. We have Caitlin Clark out. So we're going undermanned against other teams that are undermanned, other teams that aren't fully healthy. The Wings, Arika wasn't even playing. The Mystics, they traded Brittany Sykes, they traded Aaliyah Edwards, Shakira Austin was a DMP. And we can't win those games. And we have people say this team was more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Hopefully we win tomorrow against the Connecticut Sun. The venue will be open. I will be, knock on wood, I will be expecting a win. But I won't be surprised if we lose. Should have won that Mystics game. We were up again, 13 in the first half. And we blow a lead. They come back again. Dude, Chrissy Sides lost one double-digit lead last year. Hindsight's 50-50. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. But man, sometimes I wish we had Chrissy Sides back. Sometimes I wish we had Chrissy Sides back. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.